You hungry?
Sometimes I look back and I say to Fran, "Hey Fran, remember when we thought it was a good idea to have kids?" 50 episodes, Jim.
50
of quality-free entertainment.
quality free.
Really, because we still haven't figured out a way for you guys to give us money.
Yes.
We probably should do that and then be disappointed by the lack of funds coming.
We were going to kidnap your loved ones and then send you videos of them.
But it turns out that actually, you know, they don't.
Marriage
love you.
illegal.
They don't love you that much. Episode 50.
What we be
What have you been watching, Jim?
Well, I've been
With
watching.
your eyeballs.
Apart from a lot of reviews on the Sony cameras,
Oh, you going Sony now?
I may go Sony.
Whoa.
I don't know.
You've been all over the shop, mate, haven't you? Panasonic,
No.
Sony,
The
Canon.
mirrorless, man. They've. I mean, of course, you know the DSLRs are very good and professional end are very, very good and solid and all the rest of it. But there's a lot of things like with the Sonys where you can literally in the one camera go from full frame to APS-C. Yeah. A lot of things like Wi-Fi connectivity. This has got dual card slots too, and you can easily adapt your EF lenses to the Sony mount. So it's almost like it's like inviting you over. It's like Canon, come to us, Canon, all you Canon users.
And like a whore.
Like a dirty slack.
Who
And
you
also
going to?
it's 4K in full frame too. There's no more fucking crop factors or speed boosters or any of that kind of crap.
Is that like in Knight Rider? The speed booster.
Yeah.
When he
Just like
goes over those vans.
I watched the other night A Quiet Place.
Ooh!
Starring John Krasinski and
Jim!
Emily Blunt.
Another Jim.
Another Jim. Again, another comedian or comedic actor, or someone I known to play comedic roles, playing quite a serious role in a horror film.
What, it's not a comedy?
No, it's not a comedy. No. It's a monster movie. It's an end of the world monster movie. The world's been basically taken over by these monsters that have very, very well tuned hearing, but they're blind. But if they hear you, they'll just fucking jump out with these like razor end things and giant teeth and just murder you, which is very cool. So this is sort of a family.
That's how I'd want to go.
Exactly.
Prefer
So
to
they
try
have a small family. One of their daughters, the daughter Regan, is a deaf girl, and that comes into play later on.
Yeah.
I won't say too much about that. And they're surviving in this post-apocalyptic world. They find this kind of like secluded kind of farmland to hide out, and of course because it's all to do with being very quiet. You know, everything it's very tense. You know, things going to fall off a table, or their young son plays with a toy. So that adds a lot of tension, and it's not totally unique, but it's a different, very different kind of horror.
What I love about it, I mean, I haven't seen it myself.
Yeah.
But from reading about it, it kind of everybody, you know, when they're writing about horror films, talks about how important sound design is, and it strikes me as they've kind of taken that and like times it like by 100. It's all about the sound design. If you know making a noise is what could lead to your death, then that's that. Which is also annoying. 'Cause do you remember like way back when I had that idea called Silent Planet?
That's
which
right, yeah.
Not similar. There's no monster in there, but it was the idea that loud sounds can kill. So I'm kind of gutted about that. But then by the time I get around to making it, you know, who will remember Quiet Place?
Exactly. No, it was good. There was some little flaws in the story. I won't go into too much. And actually you had this idea in your film. I don't think I'm giving too much away by saying this, but the mother falls pregnant. And as you can imagine, babies make a lot of noise.
Nuts.
And that comes into play.
That is
too.
a pretty big set piece in the film.
And you had that idea in your film many years ago, so
Damn it.
I think I'd ask some questions if I was you. Oh, he directed it. I didn't know that. John Krasinski directed it. Oh, there we go. So good idea.
What was it like visually, or was it very much like audio led?
Very well shot. So Charlotte Christensen did a cracking job. Very natural colours.
Oh, good. That's the DP.
Yeah, DP. They do a nice kind of, I don't know what the reason why, but they have like this. Some of the scenes very bright kind of Christmas lights. Mixed in with like the blue moonlight and that kind of stuff. So visually quite nice. A lot of thought went into it too. I mean, again, if there's not much dialogue in there and you're just looking at the screen, you've got to make it look interesting and that. But very well shot, very well made. There was some points in there I thought, oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
What,
there
like
was some
predictable or?
Just stupidity, like in terms of like, you know, the parent. Like, for example, perfectly, I know my son cannot keep it quiet. I know it. If I thought a monster would come and chop him up because he could hear him, I would be ultra protective and ultra aware of everything that potentially could make a noise. Right at the beginning, this really stupid happening happened. I won't say too much.
I think to be fair, that's been in some of the clips. Is it the thing with the toy?
Yeah, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. You know, I would install fear in that child for his pure survival.
But isn't that like something just for the audience, like a quick thing to kind of go, this is the world, that's the rules?
Possibly. I just thought maybe, you know.
It's just too hard to please, Joe.
Yeah, I think it'd be more kind of fitting if the child fell over and hurt itself and cried and then got chopped up. More
rather than
some
let him hang around with a toy.
Yeah. And there was some kind of plays on tension that were a bit too
didn't quite work.
Whiffy, yeah.
Whiffy.
Iffy, whiffy.
Whiffy.
I think that's a Barry Norman term.
Whiff. Really? Yeah, okay.
I don't think it's actually. Whiffy.
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 Whiffy. Whiffy.
Whiffy.
Whiffy.
Whiffy.
Whiffy. Whiffy.
Whiffy.